So George Taylor and David Kendall started a company making thermometers, and that was in 1851. And George Taylor at that time was only 19 years old. So that was a very early incarnation of the Taylor Company. At that time it was called Kendall and Taylor. And we actually have a barometer in our collection that's from that era. We think it dates to about 1852 when Kendall and Taylor had first started the company. He really had some great ideas for merchandising and advertising, so people could use these as promotional pieces to market their own businesses. And this, of course, was very popular because Rochester was such a booming industrial place very early on in the 1850s. He always really maintained that quality standard throughout his product line, throughout the company's history. And it was just really important to him that accuracy came first, and that was in fact the company's motto. Frank Taylor actually opened his own thermometer making company in 1866. A few years later, George Taylor decided to join the business in 1871. So after that, it was Taylor Brothers, and it was a partnership between George and Frank Taylor, and that lasted for quite some time. It was 18 years until George Taylor passed away. One of the ways in which Taylor Instruments was a leader in their field is that they really concentrated on making instruments user-friendly and pertinent to the particular industry that they were designed for. So they really had their form follow the function that these instruments were supposed to do. For example, the scales were very readable, and they also made sense for whatever industry. They would have certain cutoff points on the scaling that would make it very obvious so that it's very user-friendly. The company also developed into other markets, the European market in particular, and really became widely known throughout the world as being the leader in precision thermometers, barometers, and other scientific instruments.